Hey,
Hi.
welcome to our podcast. You didn't ask, but we're going to tell you.
Anyways, yeah, that's it. Also, if I sound different, somebody that is very close to me right now in this room, right? You're actually probably looking at it right now. So am I. Got me sick.
How you
So
feeling?
I'm
How you
in
feeling?
my nose and my throat.
Yeah, we've had
You
the
know,
crud.
you know, I have a lot of nasal going on, so if I just spoken in like a New Jersey accent, which I'm not gonna do because
You should do it.
because I somehow get it mixed in with Boston, New York, and New Jersey. Like I mix them all three together, and I don't
Yeah,
know how
but
I
it
do it.
sounds good though. Sounds
No,
good. Okay. Okay.
I mean if I listen to Nanny Fine, I'll get it, but
Anyway, not feeling any better than you did earlier?
no. Well, I mean actually I'm feeling a little worse, but I think it's just because I laid down and I got warm.
Yeah.
But energy's still good. Energy's still good.
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah, the crud has just been hitting this household. We blame James.
My dad.
Yeah, we blame him because he's the one. He was the one who got me sick, and I got her sick, and I'm on the mend from it for the most part, but she's hit in the middle of it. So, yeah. Anyway, our topic today is so the topic for today is 90s sitcoms. Last week we did 90s movie trivia, and we just kind of had a great time doing that one. We hope you enjoyed it
Yeah.
too. So we're gonna move on with 90s sitcoms. Now,
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more than what I have on my list for the 90s that I love, but she hasn't seen them all, so it'd be pointless to
Well,
even ask her.
I'm know a lot.
Yeah, you do. We've gone through a lot of the 90s sitcoms, and I have like all these lined up for her to watch as well. We still have a lot to go through.
We just got done with Fresh Prince and now we're starting Will and Grace.
Right. And
And
then,
I have found out that Grace is a lot like me in her actions. Like some of the things that she does, like I would never do, but like in the way that like when Will is talking to her, the way that she responds to him, and I'm
mhm.
like, that's me. That is so me. And I see my mom looking at me.
Yeah,
She's
that's the
like,
funniest thing. When I hear it, I just look over at her and
yeah,
she's like,
yeah, because I know that's me, and it shocks me. It shocks me because I'm like literally looking at myself,
yeah,
a far more attractive version of me. But I,
stop it. You're beautiful.
I know I'm beautiful, but she's also beautiful. She
She
looks
is.
like the
She's
girl
beautiful
that
too.
does the thing like this in the thing with the thing around
Hmm.
her thing.
Can we just talk about her hair though?
Oh,
How
so
perfect
gorgeous!
it's gorgeous,
Yes.
especially on like the if you stream it and you pop onto it, it just kind of has all of them standing there, and
What
her
is it?
hair
Disney?
is just it's just well, I think you can watch it on a lot of things, but we
Okay.
watch it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But her hair is just gorgeously curled and red,
Always.
and the perfect red. It's just really
Yeah.
pretty. Okay, so you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's see. Let me pull my stuff. Maybe it won't mess up like it did last week.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Mine's a mixture of like everything. And I didn't like last time on the movies, like I had the movie, like if there was one question about a movie, I'd put all the questions that I have about this one. Not like that at all.
You
So it's
better
just gonna
not
be
stump me on one that on a
um
show that I can pretty much tell you everything about, but I'll
well,
wait
there
till you
is
ask.
one that I kind of forgot about, but because we haven't watched it. I only watched it once, but go ahead.
Okay, here we go. What was the name of the coffee shop where the Friends gang hung out?
Central Park.
Wrong. Just kidding. Sorry.
Oh, I know I'm right. I'm a mixture of all the characters, mostly Ross. I want to think Rachel, but I'm mostly Ross. Sarcastic as all get out.
Can we also talk about how like all of the 90s sitcoms, which are the best by the way, I
Yes.
love
Don't
everything
make them
about
like they
them.
used to anymore.
They don't. But like if you ever watch like the ones that we've watched so far,
Mm.
they always kind of have a hangout.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Saved by the Bell has, cut because I can't remember. The Max, isn't it? The Max.
I
I haven't
don't
watched it in
know.
so long.
I don't know.
You have Central Perk, and then you had even on Boy Meets World, they had a place that they went and hung out at.
Sean's place?
No, it was like some restaurant.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and then what?
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Next
I literally was.
podcast,
What'd you
all
ask me?
over.
What'd you ask me? What was the question? Central Perk. What were we talking about?
It's your go.
No, no, no. All characters being
All
like me.
movies.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, I was trying to tell you guys something, but you You just
Sorry.
sick brain. Okay. So, my favorite thing on Friends is when Chandler and Monica I think they're talking in Central Perk, and then it shows the outside, and Chandler and Monica, they're like play fighting like this,
Hmm.
and then Monica goes pushes Chandler, and then she's like, "Oh crap," and just starts booking it. He slowly walks towards her. That is my favorite thing. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It took me a long time to get onto the Friends bandwagon. When
It
I was
didn't
in
for me.
school, everybody loved it. I was like, "What is the big deal about this?" I didn't understand the comedy of it. I just was not a fan of Friends. And then I moved out on my own, had my own apartment. It was rainy one day. Went to Blockbuster. I know you don't know what that is, and rented like all of the seasons, and I binged watched it that whole weekend. But I think I only got a couple of seasons in. But I'm telling you, that's when I became a fan. And ever since then, I just watched them on like Nick at Night, and when I'm out of town,
Yeah, I
and I've become a
actually
big fan.
the reason that I started watching it was because we were on whoa.
What is going on with us right now?
Oh,
It's the Tylenol.
it is. We were on vacation one night, and like it just kept coming on TV, and I fell
Hmm.
asleep to it, and I was like, okay, I kind of everyone's talking about it, kind of want to watch it. That is when my Rachel Green everything started. My hair, it's Rachel Green's. Now I did have it shorter, and it had more layers in it, so it was like when I styled it, it looked more like her. Now it's just kind of I'm just hanging here, I'm just hanging here, but it's still her. Okay, the color and everything. Okay, when she was brunette, because I like that. I need to get recolored. How does Balky describe the economy of Mypos when explaining it to Larry?
I don't know, but it had to have something to do with sheep, the happy dance. I have no idea.
Okay, you ready?
I mean, and this is my show too.
No, this is my show.
I knew she was gonna try and trump me with something like
Oh
this
yeah, because
because
I never would have got it.
we've watched several
Oh, I
times episodes.
love Perfect Strangers.
Me too. It's my
Will
all-time favorite.
always be my favorite. Okay, so the answer is we trade goats for things. You want a couch? You give a goat. You want a
I know
house?
this one.
You give lots of goats.
I remember that. I
You
remember
do?
that. Yeah, I remember once you started saying it. I
Yep.
was like, oh yeah, I remember him
That was
saying that.
so funny.
I don't like you for asking me questions like that.
I'm
Like I
sorry.
made these easy for you.
Thank you. But I like a challenge. And I know that you
Okay,
would like
fine.
it.
What was
Okay,
Topanga's last name on Boy Meets World?
Lawrence.
Thank you. actually, actually, the question was in Boy Meets World, what was the name of Corey's best friend first and
Sean.
last?
Sean.
Come
Hold
on.
on, wait. Sean. It's not Michael. Sean. Hold on, wait. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll give you a
Evans.
hint.
No.
No, I'll give you a hint.
Who's Sean Evans?
I almost
Sean,
like it was in consideration.
Sean Hunter. Sean
Yes.
Hunter.
What I was going to give you as your
Hurt.
hint, if you would just hush for a moment.
What you were gonna name me if I was a boy? No. What boy name you were gonna in honor of Nona
Yeah.
and Poppy?
So I wanted to name her after my grandparents in some sort of way. Their last name was Hunt, so we had contemplated Hunter for a little
Hmm.
while, and we ended up not doing it. But instead, it's
Yeah, and I wanted to honor my great grandmother in some way, and Marlene June.
hmm
So my grandparents have a dog Piper, which you guys have. You if you watch our podcast, you're gonna know who Piper is.
yeah,
And so her name is Piper, but when I had her, I named her Marley June in honor of Marlene June. So she's a family pet, so that's the way that I can honor my great grandmother,
yeah. I
and
love
because
it.
she'll always be a part of our family. So
I love it. She's
yeah,
feisty too.
she's very feisty.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
channeling
Okay,
Grammy for sure.
literally, one today she bit my crotch. Two, her and Coco, they had like a little fight going on, and okay, look, I don't like when she bullies. So I'm like, no, we do not bully in this house. We are not bullies, okay? Like I'm a mom to her. So I didn't know who started the fight. I just know that her and Coco, I mean, yeah, her and Coco started a fight, but I didn't know who it was. So I was questioning them. I had like the flashlight out. I had a police outfit on. But I was like, Coco, was it you? Was it you? And he like did circles for me, and I was like, okay, that's really guilty. And then I turn around to Piper, and I was like, Piper, is it you? She's giving me like this cute little face. Then she bites my ankle. I don't know why. It was the softest, gentlest bite and slowest. I literally saw her go, huh? I was like, what's wrong with you?
So which one did you think was guilty?
I don't know. They both seem guilty. Coco did tricks for me and Piper bit me. I don't know.
It was probably Piper.
It was probably Piper. She was messing with Coco. Can't believe I forgot Sean's last name. The easiest.
It's because
last name.
we haven't been thinking
And
about
Corey
it.
Matthews.
Yeah.
I remembered that. They're literally.
I was surprised you got Topanga's, honestly.
Because I just searched up one. I was gonna put for you.
I forgot that quick. What is it?
Lawrence.
Oh, Topanga. That's right. I know.
You can.
How can we
clearly remember that?
With
Matt Lawrence.
Brothers.
Matt Lawrence is literally on there.
I know.
Okay, this one's for you because I don't know. What was the name on the high school? Whoa! What was the name of the high school attended by the characters in Saved by the Bell? A. Bayside High. B. West Beverly High. C. Hill Valley High. Or D. Sunnydale High.
Bayside High.
Bayside. Okay. Go on. I never watched it, and honestly, I don't really care to watch it.
You're gonna watch it because you just have to.
Well, I
You
know
can't be a
Mario's on
90s
there. I'd
girl.
probably watch it for Mario.
Mark Paul Gosselaar was it. Rachel, I'm bringing our childhood into this. I remember because anytime like the New Kids on the Block,
not a big fan.
You hush your mouth.
NSYNC will always be my favorite.
Well, I love them too, but that was my. I mean, I had their lunchbox.
Oh, the right stuff. That's my only one that I like.
Anyway.
Okay, actually, that one's. Is that Oh, you don't know? Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay, I could.
Anyway, I had Donnie was mine, the lunchbox. Regardless, can I talk here today?
No.
I mean,
you got me sick. This is the least you could do.
I'm pulling out my words.
You
anyway.
too? Yeah, me too. I'm not 100% right now.
Yeah. Okay. So now I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, Donnie was yours, and you had his lunchbox.
It didn't have anything to do with them though. Oh, so then we got to this point where it was all about Saved by the Bell, and I was a complete Mark Paul Gosselaar fan, and I believe Rachel was a Mario fan, and so then we got these posters, if I'm not mistaken. Rachel, correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, we were house divided when it came to that. But
oh, I bet you were. It's almost like you can't do that. It's almost like an NSYNC and Backstreet Boys thing. Because you can't. House divided thing.
Yeah, but that would be more so like if Backstreet Boys. I mean, that would be like a JC and Justin thing.
Okay, so more like
not necessarily a different band.
Okay, who are you, JC or Justin?
Oh gosh, definitely Justin.
I'm always JC when I sing. She's always Justin. I'm always JC. So we're technically in the band.
Call us. Call us when you reboot.
I could be who am I gonna be?
Is horror reboot even reboot?
No.
Y'all, there's some gas or something going on in this room to make
what chloroform.
See, cut. Okay,
goodness.
How about this?
Okay, I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
What was the name of the talking cat in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Don't act like you've never seen one. I know this is a hard one. You just haven't seen it.
I never saw it. How would I know?
Think about it. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. What comes to mind with that?
A black cat.
Yes. What was his name?
Thomas. And he got chased around by a little mouse named Jerry.
Y'all, do you see what I'm working with? Do you see?
Literally never saw it except for like one little episode, and you're like, oh, this is this guy. This is this guy.
It's Salem.
Well, you could have gave me more hints.
No,
than that.
No.
You could have gave me more hints. No.
I love Melissa Joan Hart. I just love her. With Melissa and Joey when they came out.
Joey
with
Lawrence.
Yeah.
How come every podcast I think we have a Lawrence brother
we don't have a thing for the Lawrence brothers. No, never did.
What is Fran Fine's father's name?
Morty. Do you hear that? That's
I'm
bronchial.
not keeping that in.
All right, then ask again.
Okay, no, I'm cutting it out.
No, you gotta ask a question. No,
it's Morty Fine. Morty.
I know. Morty.
Morty. Okay. Look at you. You can't do a British accent, but you can do that.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to counter with what was the name of Balky's stuffed sheep?
Dimitri.
Dimitri. What color was he?
Gray.
He was. That's right.
I know my Dimitri, and I know my Balky. So.
Do you remember the episode when he couldn't draw? I think it was because he couldn't find Dimitri.
Yeah. What? I do remember. What was that episode about? Was he trying to make Dimitri like the book or something?
Yeah, something along those lines.
Can I have my drink?
Which drink?
Blue.
One that has.
It's like a red and green pill.
Y'all, look at these.
Red and blue pill.
Y'all, look at these sleepy girl humidity dripping mocktails right now. Y'all, these are phenomenal. They really are. Just listen to that ASMR.
What was
plug?
What was Valky's full name, including middle name, as revealed in the show?
Balky Bilgugliano. What's his last name? I had it right before I said it. Bartokomous.
Valky Bartokomous, middle name not officially revealed, though in one gag he jokingly says it's something unpronounceable.
I did it.
You
See?
did? She actually did. It was
did
very unpronounceable. You gotta gargle every time you say it.
Back to the nanny.
Okay.
Okay. What's the name of now? It's not the Sheffield's dog. Technically, they gave it to somebody else. But what's the name of pretty much the only dog that you see on that show? Part of his name is an actual game.
Chesta.
Anyway, what I was reading, so I believe it to be a fact, could be wrong, but that Chester was actually Fran Fine's real dog in real life.
I'd have that if I
which
had
is
that
why every time that she was in the room, he came running up and was so close to her.
Yeah, that'd be us with Piper.
That would.
If I ever did make a TV show, it would be 90s themed, or it would be a Christmas movie with all of my family members in it. Fun fact.
That.
Is it my go?
It's your go.
Okay. What is the full name of Balky's fiance who becomes his wife? What?
I don't know. I mean, these are like extra hard. We haven't watched it. We watched 8 seasons, 8 of Fresh Prince. My mind is not on.
Come on. I literally just said her name too.
Wanda.
Marianne Spencer.
I remember the episode.
Marianne.
I remember the episode.
Marianne. Okay, 10 points if you can tell me what Jennifer's last name was. Lyons.
No.
Yes.
It eventually became Appleton. Ooh.
And you couldn't guess that with Marianne? Bartokomous.
Who called? Or who did they call when that was going on?
Ghostbusters.
His mom. Okay.
Bye, babe. I love it when he calls his mom. And then he hangs up the phone and he's like, bye, babe. It's so funny and I don't know why. Where did my drink go? How did you take that from me?
You gave it to me.
I don't.
Hold on. This seems to be a theme in our podcast, too.
Yeah, we do drink a lot.
No, testing for alcohol.
You did.
Testing for alcohol.
You did.
Yeah,
Remember?
seems to be a theme here.
It does. Why?
I don't know. Okay. I'm having to take away a lot of my questions because we're already discussing them.
That's so crazy.
Okay, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, in the first season of Will and Grace, what was the name of the performance Jack did?
Jack did?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Just Jack.
Just Jack.
I already.
It's not Jack show. It's just Jack.
No, it's not the Will and Grace show. It's just Jack. No, you didn't. You're good. Okay, well, I guess I got to delete one of mine. I'm going to go ahead and ask you.
Okay, 10 points.
Wait, can I go ahead and ask you? Okay, what?
Yes.
What?
I was going to say 10 points if you can tell me who Grace's ex-boyfriend is on season 1.
Daniel?
Close, yeah, Danny.
Danny! Ah!
But who was Fran's ex-fiance?
Danny?
Was it Danny?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. So, what is Jack's full stage name?
Just
Yeah, it says Jack McFarland, but he's often introduces himself dramatically just as Jack 2000 or just Jack.
Oh yeah, Jack 2000. I know that one.
I actually
Trying
haven't
to get comfortable with you guys.
I haven't got that far yet, so I just, one of my questions I do have to warn you will make you probably bald because it made us
What?
both bald.
Probably gotta take off this tag. What? Cut?
One of the questions that I have is probably going to make you bald because it made us both bald.
It probably won't because I'm on right now. Unless I see it. Although I will say whatever your daddy was watching in there earlier, I was crying.
Okay, well, go ahead and say yours.
What is Mr. Sheffield's first name?
Maxwell.
Correct. What's your favorite episode or part of the nanny? Like what scene, I should say.
My favorite scene is when Maxwell comes home drunk and Nanny Fine um she smells his breath and she's like doing this and then he sings if you want my body and you think I'm sexy come on baby tell me so and then like the way that he like just kind of just shakes his head at her and just gets up all on her. It's not creepy. It's
It's cute.
very romantic and cute, and I
It is.
love it so much. I'm actually gonna add it right here just for you guys to see. I made a TikTok, and I can't remember what I put on it, but it was about like romantic movies. And Mr. Sheffield, that scene was on the ending of it.
It's so cute.
It's so
cute.
cute. I love it so much. And like his voice, the way that he just says, "Come on, baby, tell me," and then so, and the way that he says it, and I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
oh my god,
No.
yes,
No.
yes. I
That's another
can't
nanny
do
thing.
it. I can't do. Yes, we already talked about it.
Yep. Okay, here you go.
What was Aunt Vivian's profession before she became a stay-at-home mom? I don't like it. College professor. That was Fresh Prince, by the way. Just in case.
Did y'all know that there were two Vivians in the Fresh Prince of Bel Air?
Yeah. I surprisingly liked them both,
I did too.
because the newest Vivian, she did play the part very well, and because sometimes I don't like when people change because I fall in love with the character,
Mm.
but she was a good fit, so I'm not too mad.
I love the dance scene that she does.
She's amazing
She's
at that.
so good, and I just love the whole concept of it all. That she goes in there, she doesn't think that she's good enough. You've got all these mean girls that are just
Yeah.
talking smack about her, and she actually leaves on the first thing. But that girl practiced and practiced and got back to it, and then she nailed it. And obviously, I know it's a TV show, but it was just she did it flawlessly.
Yeah.
She killed it. It was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I love it.
Although I'll say on the Fresh Prince of Bel Air though, with first Vivian, she was more hands on with Will. If you notice, as like her
Mhm.
nephew, she was in it all the time. She had a to me she had a more predominant role
Yeah.
than the second Vivian. The second
Mhm.
Vivian was gone a lot.
Yeah.
She wasn't in all the episodes or all the scenes or a lot of the scenes during an episode. So and she was more quiet. She
Yeah.
wasn't a force to be reckoned with like
Mhm.
the first Vivian was. I
Yeah.
think that's the biggest change.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I liked them both.
Yeah. Oh, and also, speaking of Fresh Prince, my mom and we watched Independence Day yesterday, and I watched it a long time ago, but I mean, I grew up with Will. I grew up with him in like Shark Tales, Men in Black, but I didn't really know Nikki. And I grew up with Nikki, who is Will's little cousin on Fresh Prince. I grew up with Nikki on Little Rascals, so I grew up with both of them, and I didn't realize that that was him until I watched Fresh Prince. So as we're watching Fresh Prince, Will and Nikki, I see them again and I'm like, oh my god, that's my childhood all in one. And then we watch Independence Day. Will and Nikki, I don't know his real name, so I'm gonna call him Nikki, are on the show, on the movie, and I'm like, this is amazing. So it means more to me because I know who they are, and you can tell when they're on Fresh Prince how close their relationship is, and I think it's
True.
because they were on Independence Day together as well as Fresh Prince. So because it was around the same time, because at the ending of Fresh Prince they said Bad Boys and Independence Day,
Mm-hmm.
and so I didn't, because again I didn't really remember Independence Day. So I was like, oh, okay, I remember him on Independence Day. I just didn't know Nikki was on there. So it just, it kind of made Independence Day a little bit more special because it's like a place in our hearts.
Yeah.
Because you know from last one, Freddie Prince Jr., Will Smith, because hand in hand, arm in arm type thing. So it was like, But yeah.
Can we talk about how cute Bill Pullman is on Independence Day, though?
Yeah.
I mean, and when he screams, "Get him out of there!" and that speech that he
No,
gives,
the
oh,
speech is
just
good.
chills.
I love his character in
I do
there.
too.
I love it.
I do too.
And I love me some Jeff Goldblum.
It's
But yeah,
fun.
I also like growing up didn't know who Jeff Goldblum was, and then I grew up and then I watched him again on Jurassic and I was like, look at you, man. And I like his personality in like almost anything that he
Yeah.
makes. And I love his and Will's like relationship when they're in the ship together. That's
Oh my
so
gosh.
funny.
Oops.
What do you mean, oops?
So, yes, but without the oops.
That was so cute how he said. I love it so much. Okay, is it Micah or is it yours?
I don't remember, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Okay. In Home Improvement, what was the name of Tim Taylor's TV show? I know you've seen episodes, but we haven't watched this one fully yet. I have. She hasn't.
I remember it. His best friend's name is Alan, right?
Al.
Al, yeah, because Tim
Yeah.
Allen, yeah.
And what are they on?
Home Improvement.
Yeah. But but when they're on the show, they're on a show about home improvement. So their show is called His and Al's Show. It's his job on the show. What do you need to do with home improvement?
Build
What do you build with?
hammers.
What's a hammer?
The thing that you hit with.
What's the name of a hammer? Like, what is it?
Hammy. I named my
No,
Hammy.
no.
I did. I had a little hammer named Hammy.
You did. I love you so much. A screw is one. Not a screw. A screwdriver. See,
Tools! Tools!
tool,
Tool.
and then it's usually on during what day? Not the hour. What an hour is a
Tool weekend. Tool week.
what is it?
Tool morning. Tool table.
What?
Tool time.
You got it.
What were we
I
playing?
worked
Were we
for that
playing
one.
charades? What were we playing?
You
Tool.
were
It's
channeling Will and
table.
Grace
Table.
right now,
We were. Yes,
but we were not them because they would have done a
no,
lot
they're
better.
quick. They're quick with it. In the series finale.
Now, but now,
In the series finale, what excuse does Jeffrey give for quitting after decades of service? No, he says, "My job here is done.
oh, yeah. Oh, you're gonna make me
I
cry.
came, I served, I folded." I never understood why Will called him G until I switched up his name is Geo Effrey. And I was like, why is he calling him G? It's a J. That got me. That I have never cried so hard at a TV show, and I finished Friends by myself, and I didn't even cry that hard. And I love the show. When we finished Fresh Prince, this is why we're not finishing Perfect Strangers.
Yes, we've told you this before,
Yeah.
but we refuse to watch the last episode.
Refuse, and I know what happens. I think because they're pregnant, right? And you can kind of guess what's gonna happen, but for our own mental peace, we're not gonna finish it because Fresh Prince. Actually, I think I cried more on Nona's than I did on Fresh Prince.
Great movie. Great movie.
Yes, remember we talked about it last time.
I do.
Wow, we have a lot of callbacks.
All right. So, what is Will's profession in Will and Grace? What does he do?
He's a lawyer?
Yes, that's correct.
Look at me. What was the name of Larry's boss at the Chicago Chronicle?
Oh, Gorpley.
No,
Gorpley wasn't his boss. That was Balky's boss.
that was Balky's boss. You did get that question right. That could have been a question.
It's true. Mister. It's Mister.
Come on. Starts with a W.
W what? What's next letter?
A. It's kind of like a two-name last name, but both of them are W's.
Is something worth?
Oh, it's raining. Don't have to water my flowers now.
I can't remember.
Wainwright.
I know it's Wainwright. That's right. I knew it was Mister, and I knew Gorpley.
Yeah.
I just couldn't pull it out
I mean,
of
you
my
did.
head right now.
You actually answered a question that wasn't even on here, so you know.
Okay. This one's not on my list, but I'm going to ask you. At the Chicago Chronicle,
Mm-hmm.
where they worked, there was an elevator attendant.
She was on the show that they made afterwards called Family Matters.
That is correct. 2 points for Lana. And who was the main character on Family Matters? Like the most famous. Like when you say Family
Urkel.
Matters, yeah. And what did he say?
I didn't even watch the show and I know
We
that.
should do the Urkel. We should do the Urkel dance.
I need to wear my pants all the way up to my chest.
Like, not gonna lie, I love that episode so much. You're gonna watch Family Matters as well.
I don't want to watch
And Step by Step.
I don't want to watch it. I also don't
No,
want to watch
we
Blossom.
are. No, you're gonna watch Blossom because whoa.
Oh, also, Joey, I didn't watch Blossom, but my mom kind of caught me up on what he did in there, and also on Brotherly Love. They mentioned that he did that, so like I think Matt would do whoa, and then like Joey would do it, and they kind of like mention it, so that was kind of cool. So,
In order to be a true like fan of the 90s, you have to go through them all.
Wow.
You're gonna have your favorites.
Perfect Strangers, which is 80s and 90s, but
true. Nothing is gonna beat Perfect Strangers.
No.
In my opinion, nothing is gonna beat Full House.
I can't. I
okay
really don't like. Yeah,
okay.
I'd put Friends over Full House. I did grow up with Full House though.
I was like 8 years old and I belonged to Jesse's fan club.
Okay, I'm 19 years old and I still belong to that fan club.
We love you, John Stamos.
We do. We do. Who do I have? Okay,
so. Oh my lord, here we go. She's got a chain of people here.
I do. Who did I have on my back?
Oh,
Carlton Alfonso. So, okay. So if you guys know last video, so it's Freddie Prinze Jr., Will Smith, Robin Williams, Bette Midler, and Alfonso is on my back. Because I need him to be on one of my arms, but I only have two. Which is weird. I know. Not normal. So he's on my back. But because, he's just a little bit taller than me, so, like, you could see him. And he's very close. So technically, he's closer than all of them combined. You know what I mean? And okay, but I also have one for singers, but I'm not gonna. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so I love jazz, especially. I thought that was the rain. Okay, anyways, so I'm a huge fan of jazz. So Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and can I talk?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So Frank Sinatra, shush. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Michael Bublé on my back. And then if more come up, I'll definitely let you know. Okay, we can continue.
Really, ma'am? Can I?
Yeah, I'm done talking. Usual to be loved by anyone. He does it so well. I don't know how he dances that well. Alfonso, we mean. Mm-hmm. Even Will tried to do it in one of the seasons, and it just... Carlton always did it the best.
Got another question for you.
Okay.
In Home Improvement, what's the name of Tim's neighbor whose face is always partially hidden?
Jack.
No.
Ryan.
I'll give you a hint.
Luke.
In a Tom Hanks movie, he names a volleyball this.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I know this, though. I know this.
Yes, you do. It's like literally the name of
I know. I know this. Gosh, I know this. Oh, it's literally on the tip of my tongue. Give me.
It's literally on the ball. It's a brand name. Starts with a W. Yeah.
Walter.
No.
It's a brand?
Mm-hmm.
Wasashi.
No, so you had the W-I.
Oh. William.
Close.
This is embarrassing. I'm going to keep this in, though, because it's good. It's content. Walter. No.
No, stick with the W-I. L.
What?
Come on, baby girl. You only have 3 more letters.
Wilson.
Yes!
Wilson! Oh!
Yes, you got it! It only took you around the world to get it, but you got it.
I totally forgot that anyone was named Wilson. Wow! Okay. Goodness. I need to get help. Okay, this one is going to be good because I don't know if you remember this. Which character did Will pretend to be in the episode Mistaken Identity when he and Carlton are pulled over? I didn't remember him doing it at the police thing, but I remember him pretending to be, I think, a speech. And he was telling the speech, and I thought that that's when he said this guy's name, but because he also had to keep pretending to be this guy. I think he made Jazzy or um Jeffrey do it. Because everyone was like, bring him here. But it says it was at the, you know what episode I'm talking
I
about?
know what you're talking about. Yeah, I thought it was
Where he was in that class and he was, I think, trying to impress a girl. And then
Mhm.
Jeffrey came and everyone was like, isn't that your butler? Where is
Mhm.
Rafael de la Ghetto?
Oh, I know her right.
Am I?
Tripping?
Yeah.
All right, where did Will come from? What city?
West Philadelphia.
Born and raised.
On the playground is where he spent most of his days. Chilling
Chilling,
out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all, shooting some b-ball outside of school. I went to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. What is the full name of Uncle Phil? There is no middle name, don't worry. Yeah.
Philip Banks.
Yes, why did that take you so long?
Because I told you
We
everything.
literally have an Uncle Phil.
Yeah, it did not take me that long. I was just reading at the same time.
We literally have an Uncle Phil. That's crazy, dude.
I knew it.
Okay, go ahead. But the next one, I don't think you'll get. I know I'll get it because I watched it and I loved it because I know all the words to this. But
I don't think you'll get this one.
okay.
What was the name of the oldest brother in the show played by Joey Lawrence in Brotherly Love?
The
So
oldest
Joey,
brother is Joey
but what's their last name?
Roman.
It's
Because
not
I
obvious here.
literally had one, and that's the one that I was talking about in the beginning of this podcast, saying I don't know if you'll remember the last name because we only watched it once. I literally had it.
Okay.
Wait. Literally, I said, what is the full name of Joey's character on Brotherly Love? It says Joseph Joe Roman.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so mad at you.
In that show,
Yes.
what did Andy want to be?
Batman. We literally talked about this last time.
Dang it.
I think you even said something. It was literally, you said this is going to be in our movie one, you said this is going to be a preview to next one. And you said what was Andy wanting to be, and I said Batman.
That's right.
Because I remember them climbing up the wall.
Okay, who did Andy usually hang out with and do his shenanigans with?
Joey? Okay. What song makes Ross and Rachel's daughter Emma laugh for the first time?
Which show?
What song makes Ross and Rachel's daughter Emma laugh for the first time?
I have no idea.
No, you do know because I love it. I know. Okay, hint. I know almost all the words to it.
It's a lot of songs for you. Is it an oldies song? I know what you're talking about.
I sung it. I think I actually sung it today.
Aren't they singing it to her while she's in the?
Yeah.
Give me a hint.
I was singing it today.
We also sang a lot of jazz stuff today.
It wasn't jazz. It's nothing jazz at all. Oh my gosh, Becky. Look at her butt.
It is so big.
Sir Mix-a-Lot,
That's
baby,
right.
get back.
I remember now.
I know the full first part, but then there's one part where I don't even care to really know, but I know it for the most part. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. You could do side sits or pull-ups, but please don't lose that butt.
All right. Who is the man in Fresh Prince that always gets thrown out of the house?
Jazzy J, known as Jazz. Psh. Okay, I'm gonna do a Boy Meets World one. Are you ready? Do you think you could do it? What is Mr. Feeney's full name?
George Feeney.
What's his middle name? Hamilton. Do you still remember
I love
that?
Mr. Feeney.
Everyone loves Mr. Feeney, and I love Eric's relationship with Feeney. Feeney!
In Boy Meets World, actually, what was the name of the restaurant that Corey and friends often hang out at?
Please, we literally just went through this. We did, didn't we? Or am I just losing my
But
sanity?
now I know the name of it.
Can you give me a hint? Because I don't remember. Because I literally just wanted to watch it when Matthew comes in.
I'm not thin,
Thick.
How dare you? I mean, seriously, you didn't have to come at me that hard. No, I mean, come on, that was y'all. You better get your girl. me
Let
tell
me
you
tell you
something. That was a little
something.
mean.
No, it wasn't.
Not thick. I'm just a little.
Chunky.
Y'all come get this girl.
You,
You
we're
about to get
literally,
thrown, you
it's
about to be
like we're
Jazz
playing,
and be thrown off this bed.
it's literally like we're playing charades again, okay?
Yeah, you're about to get
Okay, okay, well help.
launched actually
Okay, help
off
me.
this bed.
Ah!
I did.
Oh.
Chubbies. It's called Chubbies.
I was very close. You know what? That would have still been offensive to you, even if I get it right.
Yes, but you would have gotten it
I'm
right.
not thick. How am I supposed to get chubbies? How am I supposed to get chubbies?
Well, Thicky Nicky was one of in Full House in the early seasons. Jesse's last name, Uncle Jesse's last name, was not Katsopoulos. By the way, we still love you, Uncle Jesse. Oh, so handsome.
I didn't pay attention to the name.
Same.
I don't know.
It was Cochran.
I would never have guessed that. I was literally
That's
in
because you're
elementary
not a
school.
true fan.
Mom, I was in elementary school. All I saw was a little girl who kind of resembled me, and then
I have a picture, literally, of a look that she's giving side by side with one of the Olsen twins when they were in their teenage years. Looked exactly alike.
yeah, it like cuz
Insert picture here.
cuz to me, when it wasn't It Takes Two, my mom, I was at the age where they kind of, I think I was the same age as them in that movie, and my mom was like, "You kind of look like them." And I was like, "That is the biggest compliment. Thank you so much." And so I kind of resembled an Olsen twin. And mom, she resembles, to me personally, she resembles Uma Thurman and Mila Kunis. Kunis,
Yeah.
that one. She resembles her. And it's because we have the big eyes. And I have gotten told by my very lovely boyfriend that I look like Emma Stone. And I didn't believe him until I watched a movie that he made me watch, La La Land. And I'm like, oh my God, I look like Emma Stone. Her actions in there. Okay.
Oh yeah, I totally see it.
I'm telling you, it scared me. I know.
It's the
Trust me.
eyes.
I
It's the shape of your chin, like your jawline and your chin. Yeah, I see it now.
I mean, you could have said something like, you look like Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt is
She's
gorgeous.
gorgeous. I love her.
I love her.
I
And
love
in
her.
Fall
Oh,
Guy,
wait, no. The biggest compliment anyone could ever give me: one, you look like Adriana Lima. I'm never going to get that. But two, you look like Sandra Bullock. I'm never going to get that.
no,
I would
I won't
love to
either.
look like all the women I just named.
Me too. Sandy B is just, she's my hero.
Sandra Bullock will always be my favorite, and Emily Blunt's right next to her.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to do the guys. Freddie Prinze Jr., Will Smith, Robin Williams, Alfonso. You're going to be holding on to Robin Williams. Okay. And then we're going to do Sandra Bullock, Emily Blunt, Bette Midler. Love it. Or hate it. You better get him away. Also, another callback because I did that in another video. But I don't think you were paying attention to me.
Probably not.
No.
Ooh.
What are the names of Phoebe's triplets?
PB 1, 2, and 3.
No. Leslie, Chandler, and Frank Jr. Jr. Which was her
Again,
brother.
here's the thing. I've watched, I believe I've seen all the episodes of Friends now.
We'll skip that question.
But literally, I haven't watched them all in order. And
We're going
haven't
to.
seen them all.
We're going to because
multiple times for me, these types of things to stick in my head.
We're going to because for this summer, I want to get back in my Jennifer Aniston, Rachel Green outfits because I do have a lot that was by her, and I want to get back into that. So this one you might get because I remember telling you because you were like, okay, what name does Joey use when pretending to be a doctor? This is on Friends. Joey Tribbiani. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Joe.
Doctor, you got doctor right.
Tribbiani.
It's not anything close to Joe or Tribbiani.
Dr. Feelgood.
No.
Oh,
Dr. Drake Ramore.
That's right. I remember now.
You could have remembered it like Dr. Dre.
Have we talked about what's in our Sleepy Girl mocktails? So in our Sleepy Girl mocktails, it is calm magnesium powder, which is so good. It's raspberry lemon. And then we add in some tart organic cherry juice. And then the poppy, our favorite flavor. We've tried this with a couple different flavors, but they're okay, but it just doesn't beat the raspberry rose.
Yeah, because it
From this one.
complements it.
It does. It complements it, and it really is just a good drink. You know, the funny thing is if you just give me this one, I won't drink it. I think it's disgusting. But when you put it together with all these different flavors, it just is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it really does help us sleep. We know when we go without it. We're on our third canister of it now. And
Yeah.
my husband started drinking it. He's like, "Why don't you go make me one of those
Yeah,
mocktails?"
because I remember us talking about it because I was talking about how much I had to like get up to use the bathroom, and now like I sleep through it. Because I remember talking about that, but I don't think we ever talked.
Ready?
For what?
Are we done?
Done what? What is one of Matt's main personality traits that contrasts him with Joe? Like what are compare and contrast? Like one's like this, one's like this. What is Matt like and what is Joey like?
Matt's more OCD.
Okay, and Joey's more.
Are we talking about in real life? Or are we talking about on the
On
show?
the show, sorry. On the show.
Okay.
Because
We're
talking about TV shows.
Like
We're
Joey.
talking, Mom. This is a TV show trivia. Of
Yeah,
course, I'm talking about it.
Well, I know, but like in real life, from their podcast, which we talked about before, Joey's actually the OCD one.
Really, I feel like Matt would be.
He's not. Like if they move his like pillows and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like Andy, no matter what, it's always gonna be like the one that just doesn't care.
Yeah,
he's just there. Andy's just there.
Yeah, he was kind of the OCD one on there. That things had to be the same way. He was always worried too. He was always like scared that he was going to look bad or something like that.
Me. Mm-hmm. Also, that kind of reminds me.
A little bit dramatic. In a good way.
It was in a good way. I love us some Warner Brothers, but that reminds me because that is me. And when we were talking about Boy Meets World, Corey was a hypochondriac.
That's funny.
Both of us. The slightest thing we freak out about, and we're like, we have it. We're gonna die by tomorrow. I'm also a germaphobe, so being a hypochondriac germaphobe, it's very scary, especially when people are like, I don't feel good, and then you're like, then why are you here?
Let's kind of rephrase that germaphobe because we don't like germs. We wash our hands tons of times a day, but we're not the kind. And when people sniff or sneeze, we're kind of like, ooh, that sounded bronchial kind of deal.
Guy who flashes a smile.
But we're not like the kind that
we're not the overly germaphobe. We're like we won't leave the house type deal. But like we're germaphobes where if we touch
hand sanitizer,
we're gonna use it. Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
The nanny. What were the 3 children's names?
Gracie. In order. Come on.
Okay, we'll go from bottom up.
Okay, Gracie. It was some. It's like a B. It's almost like Bronson Pidgeot's name. Brighton, Brighton, and Marcy, Melissa, Marlene, Madison, Maddie,
close,
Madeline,
not Maddie, but it's just like it.
Mary.
Mary's not like Maddie.
Maggie.
Yes.
Maggie.
There you go. What were their last names?
Sheffield. Okay. Oh, never mind. I have one more, but we can still do. What was the name of Corey's little brother introduced later in the series?
Oh, that's way later in the series.
Yep.
Because Morgan was his little sister.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I don't know.
You're on the J track.
James.
No.
Joseph.
Mm-mm.
Jeremiah.
No.
What's the next letter?
Oh.
It's not Joshua?
It's Joshua.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute, it's Joshua. Once
it's Joshua.
Once it came to my head, I was like, no, it's Joshua. It's
not
Joshua? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Joshua.
I hadn't mentioned Joshua yet.
I was like, why are you saying that? Like I know what you're talking about.
The moment I said it, I was like, it's not Joshua. I thought about it. I was like, it's not Joshua.
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
Joshua. It's Josh. Joshua Matthews.
It's amazing the type of information that we retain in our brains. But I can't
Yeah.
remember what I learned in 7th grade.
Yeah. Nope. The only thing that I remember from elementary school, well, there's a lot of things I remember. Okay, there's a couple of things I remember. But one main thing that I remember is running into a pole.
I remember.
Okay.
I've done things like that.
Yeah, I'm your kid.
Yep. The storm's getting pretty good.
It is. Yeah, we haven't. I mean, why aren't our lilies growing? We planted hibiscuses and lilies, but our hibiscuses are growing like
Oh, they're
amazing,
beautiful.
but
They're
our
so pretty.
lilies, they're gone.
Sure, this
Me too,
podcast
girl.
is
I'm like, what is it?
what's
Hunchback of Notre
Notre
Dame?
Dame.
Neuter Dame?
Notre Dame.
Neutered.
Notre Dame.
Neuter Dame.
Cut.
Neuter Dame. Okay. So the accent that I was doing, it kind of reminded me of like what I was trying to say, but then we got cut off. So, I watch Brandon Ferris and Cameron Damaski, and so when they're doing their videos, they also have a podcast called the Couch Fish Podcast, which Brandon was actually trying to get a couch that actually had fish in there, but people wouldn't make it for him. They were gonna have holes in it, so the fish would be okay. But anyways, like pimping with the shoes with the fish in it. I think they said it on Will and Grace.
Oh hell.
Pimp down. I'm stuck between a pimp and a hard place.
Pimp in distress.
Pimp in distress. Some of the accents that Brandon does it with Cam, and he does like this little accent like this, and so I kind of picked up on it because I thought it was like so funny, and like half of my humor I get from them. Brandon was there for me when I really needed him the most, when I was going through something with my mom, like she was sick and I was just, anyways. So he was there for me the whole time. Him and Cameron were there for me. And that was one of the things that Brandon loves doing. That's why he wants to film content, was because he wanted like to be light to somebody's darkness. And that's why I want to make content. So, that's a little hint of why I wanted to do this podcast and why I want to make funny content. So when he did that, I like kind of picked up on it. So like sometimes I do this with my mom, and I didn't know where it was from. Right? I didn't know where it was from. So then I saw on TikTok, I saw Napoleon Dynamite. I saw him do the dance and I was like, that's classic. That's funny. So I wanted to watch it. Little did I know, Napoleon's brother does that accent, and I thought that was the funniest crap I've ever seen.
I've still not seen the movie all the way through. I only saw what you did.
It was only his brother that I thought was funny. I think Napoleon Dynamite is a true male funny movie for males. For males, I don't think for females, but I mean, it was still good. It just it was funny because I didn't know where it was from, but it was. And I think before I even watched Napoleon, like Cameron posted a video and it had the guy from Fresh Prince. What's his name? The one that the only white guy that she ever dated. That he's also on Surf's Up as Tank.
Yeah, I know who he is.
It was him, the workout guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. Oh wow. You see all the things combining? That's so weird. Anyways, combining. So he made. I can't remember what the video was about, but it had him. What's his name? Do you know his name?
Yes, but I can't think of it.
Okay. Anyways, it had him doing his little like the whatever he did in Napoleon Dynamite. He was a workout guy, ninja guy, whatever. He had that in his video, and so just when I watched Napoleon Dynamite, everything just started to. Anyways, which movie was your favorite? Miss Congeniality 1 or Miss Congeniality 2?
1.
I can't.
I love them both.
I don't know.
They're both equally to me. I know that media and stuff say, but they're just both different in their own right. But I really like 1 because it's raw and it's real. Like as far as what she was doing. In this one, she had already become her.
Okay.
She,
Yeah.
it was still good though.
Yeah.
It was still good though.
And I wish that they added in Benjamin Bratt. I really wish that they would have added him in, but I
Maybe
mean,
that's why I say number 1's better. But
also found out that he was the little guy on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. You know the video. That one. That's him. I didn't realize that until like.
Oh, you're so struggling.
I don't even know if anything I don't know how I told that story about Brandon and Cameron. I don't know how I did that.
I don't think we're gonna be able to salvage any of this right
We
now.
might.
Oh,
Like, oh! Oh boy. Pimp in distress.
Pin down. Pin
Pimp
down.
down.
All right. So, what is our next week's podcast going to be about? Do we know yet?
Don't know.
What do y'all want to hear?
All I'm gonna hear is how the video quality.
What is this? What is this viewer that keeps talking about the video quality? I think I need to have a conversation.
It's nobody.
Nobody? I know it's not just a nobody.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Until next time, watch these 90s movies because and TV shows because you're missing out on life. You're never gonna fully live unless you watch these. Because what is the world coming to?
Peace
What
out.
are these? What are these TV shows now?
Until next time.
No one asked,
but.
but
Oh, yeah.
okay, so I'm in this position, but you're holding me. You're at the back, but you're holding me like this. It's like I'm sitting in your lap, but you're holding me up. So you put your hands.
I got cramp.
I'm not that heavy.
No, but every time I go to lift you up, I sink further into the bed.
My foot's cramping. My foot's.
What is this?
Help! My foot is cramping. Please tell me how to make it stop.
What just happened? We look alike right now.
My foot cramped up on me, dude.
That hurt, dude.
That hurt. My foot freaking cramped up on me mid-air.